Some people deny facts and truth. Others deny that facts and truth are in any way in danger. Both are wrong. We seem now to be living in a post-truth era. This does not mean that truth does not matter. Instead, it means that we are living in a time in which there are far too many people, especially people in positions of power, who lie about or ignore reality while paying no political price whatsoever, whether it's a matter of individual conviction or trying to get someone else to agree. Post-truth is a phenomenon whereby one cares less about facts and about evidence than about opinions and feelings and the formation of personal beliefs. Post-truth declares that an idea is so important that people have to compel someone to believe something regardless of the evidence. Post-truth did not begin with the 2016 election. The denial of scientific facts about smoking, evolution, vaccine remind us of that. Apparently, we have this wired-in cognitive bias that makes us feel that our conclusions are based on good reasons, even when they're not. Social media has not helped this, nor has the popular notion that there's no such thing as objective truth. There should be little doubt that we currently live in such an era. Truth is under attack from all sides. It remains to be seen whether there will be any long-term consequences of this. But George Orwell's 1984 novel predicted that there would come to be an assault on truth. It is happening in politics across the world. It's happening in our church. And it's happening in our own personal relationships. What is truth? What is truth? It's a question that could be asked now as surely as Pilate asked it 2,000 years ago. What is truth? I propose it is about the most important question on the table right now, at your kitchen table, on the nation's table, and in the Vatican. What is truth? Yet there are deniers aplenty, not just of facts, but also of the fact of post-truth. There's this drumbeat of concern over all the lying and all the lack of accountability going on these days. A drumbeat that's refused to buy into the idea that post-truth is real. Why? We citizens, we followers of the Master, we cannot give up on truth. We dare not give up on the truth. We must be shining lights of honesty and accountability in all the institutions we call our own and in our own families. And with ourselves. We need to be honest with ourselves. We need to be the light in this culture that answers the question with our own lives, with our own words, what is truth? To say that we are in a post-truth era does not mean that no one believes in truth. It means that despite the facts that millions may care about the truth, we feel helpless watching the standards of truth and accountability erode before our very eyes, even in our very own church. Some would argue we can never really be post-truth. Post-truth represents a cultural shift. It is an alarm call that the truth is in danger. That's what it is. It's an alarm sounding that the truth is in danger, not a pronouncement that the battle for truth is over. We can win this. We can win this. In this, we must accept the fact that truth is threatened, not just by those who deny it, but also by those who refuse to take truth denial seriously, and so encourage the deniers by claiming that there's little to worry about so long as some of us are fighting back. Truth can be threatened despite the fact that many of us really still believe in it, even though we make a lot of mistakes with it ourselves. We should not deny facts, truth, and reality, but neither should we deny the threat to facts, truth, and reality posed by those who would subvert the truth for their own purposes on either side, or because we are afraid of the truth, that it's going to somehow scandalize the faithful, or make our kids not look up to us if we tell them the truth. Indeed, my friends, if we refuse to take the denial of truth seriously, if we deny the deniers, can we really be said to have cared about truth in the first place? Do you still care about the truth? At home, in our nation, in our church, do you care about the truth? According to John's Jesus, the kingdom Jesus kept talking about is a kingdom of truth. Listen again to the words, the question of Pilate and Jesus' response. Pilate responds, "I'm not a Jew, am I? Your own priests, your own people have handed you over to me. What have you done?" And the master says, "My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, my subjects would not let this happen. But you see, my kingdom's not really here yet." So Pilate asked him one more question before the last. "Are you a king then?" And Jesus responds, "You say a king I am. For this I have been born. For this I have come into the world, so that I should bear witness to the truth. Everyone who is of the truth hears my voice." Which leaves Pilate wondering, not cynically, but really seeking, well, what is truth then? My friends, Jesus is the King of truth. And truthful for Jesus is letting reality be what it is, not twisted by our own agenda or anybody else's, not compromised by our own exaggerations or our own hyperbole or anyone else's, not compromised or twisted or distorted by lies. Reality has to be trusted enough to let it be what it is, let it stand on its own. We don't have to twist it. We don't have to make it different than it is. This is what we have, is reality. And if we can't trust each other to give each other what's real, we'll never help build the kingdom of God on this planet, ever. We need to let reality stand on its own. It's enough. It's always enough. God lives nowhere if God does not live here in reality, letting it be what it is. Trusting reality to let its own truth emerge. We don't have to force it to be something other than it is to convince somebody of something we think they should believe in. Nobody has to ever do that. No agenda in all the world, including the salvation of souls, can allow deception ever. I can't lie to you to help you get to heaven. That's not possible. Remember, there's another truth in our church that can never be compromised, and that truth is this: the end never justifies the means. That end, as good as I believe it to be, for example, the salvation of souls, never justifies me ever deceiving you or bending the facts so that you see things the way I think you should to be saved. Never is that okay. We can never twist facts. We can never deny facts for a good end even, ever. It's getting harder and harder to know what's real. It's getting harder and harder to trust that people are telling us the truth. It's getting harder and harder to trust that the news feeds from the person across the table from me, or from TV, or from commercials, or from a priest, a shaman, or a swami, that they're saying what is true. We have to have fact checkers now, and fact checkers to check the facts, fact checkers for their facts. If we lose our honesty, any sense of the real is dissipated. Words don't mean anything anymore. It's a distraction and a distortion of what is real. We can get numb to this. Our hearts and our minds can get numb. Do you ever wake up with an arm that fell asleep under the pillow? Numb, no feeling. Or you cross your legs for too long? Numb, no feeling. Numb's kind of scary. I was talking to one of our international students who comes from a country that regularly blocks information flows. So he cannot get information. He cannot get the truth without it being twisted or blocked by his own government. We all know this, he said to me. I asked him then, well, how do you live with that? And he said, we get numb to it. We have to get numb to it because it would drive us crazy if we let ourselves think about it and feel this. We can do this, you and I, one at a time. We can commit to being honest with ourselves and with others. We can commit to holding those who lie accountable for the lie, even each other. We can commit to holding the lie accountable to the truth. Be that liar your priest or your pope or your parent or your president, be she your spouse or your child or your boss, be it your very own self. It's time to hold our own feet to the fire on these lies, fibs, exaggeration, distortions to make a point or to cover our butts. When Pilate asked Jesus, what is truth? He's asking a question we all could ask. Reality as it is can be trusted. That's true. Nothing more, nothing less. We will not get to the truth if we twist reality on each other all the time, or even on ourselves, as a matter of fact. Some people deny facts and truth. Others deny that facts and truth are in danger. Both are wrong.